The Ford Performance Hood Strut Kit that we have here today will be for the 05 to 14 owners looking to add some convenience and clean up the bay thanks to one of the most trusted names in the Mustang aftermarket. Now, this set of 2 hood struts will combine 2 upper and 2 lower stamped steel brackets along with your 2 gas-powered struts. So full disclosure guys, buying a set of hood struts was one of the first things I did to my 2014 GT after I brought it home, and for good reason, right? It dramatically cleans up the engine bay by eliminating that archaic factory prop rod, and it just makes working in the engine bay or on the engine itself a much easier task because again, you're not dodging that prop rod the entire time. Now this product, as you can see, is pretty simple, right? You're gonna have a set of upper and lower brackets here, which will mount to either the hood or the fender area, and those are gonna be joined by your 2 gas-powered struts, which make opening and supporting the hood an absolute breeze. Now the best part is, guys, this kit is super easy to install, does not require any drilling into the hood or the car itself, or any permanent modification for that matter, and can be used on both stock or aftermarket hoods. Now that's largely due to the fact that Ford Performance states this kit will support up to 90 pounds, which, as we all know, not a lot of 90-pound hoods out there, so that is very impressive, and I would say should basically work with any hood you can throw on your ride. This set of 2 hood struts will combine 2 upper and 2 lower stamped steel brackets, along with your 2 gas-powered struts, all for right around that $150 price point. Now the Ford Performance Kit is extremely highly rated here on the site, guys, well over 100 4- and 5-star reviews, so definitely check those out if you haven't done so already. And hey, while you're there, check out some of the customer submitted images as well, just to get a better sense of how everything looks after the install. Install, according to the site, will get a solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. Take about 30 minutes or so to complete from start to finish. Speaking of which, now we want to get into that installation process. Again, guys, 100% bolt-on job here. No cutting, no drilling, no permanent modification. But to give you a better idea of what to expect in the driveway or garage at home, feel free to check out our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
The tools you'll need for this project are a ratchet, a 10mm socket, and possibly some masking tape. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of hood struts on our Mustang, so let's get started. Now before we install our struts, there is a modification that needs to be made to the mounting position of the sound tube that's already on the fender. Now unfortunately our car has already had that modification done, so I can't show you how to do it, but basically what you're going to do is remove it from the fender and you're going to mount it under the lip of the fender instead of on top. So here's our sound tube canister. Normally this mounting place right here is on top of the lip here on the fender. As you can see, ours is mounted below it. So in order for you to be able to install these struts, what you have to do is remove that sound canister from the lip, remove the metal bushing that's in the rubber isolator, and then cut out a 1/2 inch in the middle of that isolator, and then mount it on top of the bracket, and then mount it underneath the lip instead of on top. Like I said, ours is already done, so we can't show you how to do that. So let's get right into installing the struts. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is mount our fender bracket, and it's gonna go on this, underneath this bolt here that's right in front of where the hood hinge mounts to the fender. So we'll remove this with our 10mm socket. Now keep in mind also that these fender brackets are universal, so they'll fit on either side. There is no right or left side. Remove that bracket. And mount it with the ball stud facing towards inside the engine compartment. Now we can go ahead and remove this upper bolt on the hood side, and then we're going to loosen the back bolt. Now you want to make sure that you only do this one side at a time. And I also like to put a little piece of tape at the top and on the side to go ahead and mark your spot in case the hood shifts while you're doing this. That way when you go to put it back together, you can line it up correctly and you don't have any issues. So we'll put a piece of tape at the top of where the hinge mounts to the hood. And then we'll put one down the side as well. Now we know, in case everything shifts, where we can line that hinge back up. So now we'll go ahead and remove this front bolt here with our 10mm socket. And we're just going to loosen the back one. You want to loosen it up about 3/16 of an inch to give enough room for that new bracket to go in there. Now the hood bracket is side specific. You've got it marked here. It's stamped with a D for the driver's side and a P for the passenger side. So make sure that you put them on the correct side. So what we're going to do is this notch here is going to go underneath the washer here on the bolt, and then the front bolt will go through this front hole. So we'll just slide that in underneath the bolt. So once we've got the back end slid underneath the washer for the bolt, we'll go ahead and insert the front bolt. As well. Now we go ahead and make sure that our hood is lined back up with our tape marks. And tighten the bolts down. Now you can go ahead and remove your tape and repeat that whole process for the other side. Now when we go to install our strut, you see it does have the Ford Performance logo on it. So we want that facing out, and you want the canister at the top, not at the bottom. So we'll go ahead and push the bottom end here onto the ball stud on the fender. And then we'll do the same thing for the top side. Again, making sure that the logo is facing out, and then you can repeat that process for the other side as well. And that wraps up our review and install of the Ford Performance Hood Strut Kit with the Ford Performance logo for the 05 to 14 Mustang. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.